This is David's like first time really driving a yoke. He's moved my car around a bit.
Yeah.
This is like the first time really driving it.
Yeah.
Do you want to turn on mirror auto tilt while you're there? Because otherwise that's going to drive me nuts.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then...
Oh my god, look at that glare. We can see you. Wave.
Yeah, we need to get the thing here. And then I can lower this down.
Yeah, so now he's going to do a steering.
We'll just try it right there. We can always adjust it later. And I think we're set to go then, right?
Let's
get
out of here.
It, and then we're actually need to go choose direction. Yeah, so it needs to calibrate. When you first take delivery, it usually needs to calibrate before it can do the auto.
Can it? I don't know. I think it's under... Oh, where is it?
I think it's under Autopilot.
Autopilot?
But they...
How many miles? We need to look and see how many miles.
Oh yeah, make sure we get to that. I think it said less than 15 when we did the paperwork. So.
Lane departure, avoidance, speed limit, offset.
Maybe it's pedals and steering? We haven't done that.
Oh yeah, maybe it's pedals and steering. Oh yeah, auto shift out of park. So yeah, it's still calibrating. So that's gonna take a little while until we can actually do that.
Oh well, and I'll have insane mode and drag strip mode, which I was not expecting. Don't really need, but hey, that's fine. So we'll do that. But let's go ahead and turn on autopilot to auto steer. We want that on. Full self-driving, sure. We've read all this before. We've had other Teslas. Set speed to that, and we're gonna set this to that. Just a few things that we do on our initial drive that we know what we want enabled. So I think that's about it. I'm sure we'll find other things on the way home that is like, oh.
Do you want to just turn it into sport, or do you want insane? Are we gonna go for the ride?
We're not gonna need to go that fast, but there's no need to adjust it really. So I think we can go ahead and head out then, right?
Yeah.
And so basically do that and to go forward. There we go. Oh wow! And I'm already reaching.
Oh, we got it on camera.
I'm already reaching for the
turn signals on your. Oh,
Stocks.
okay, yeah.
Okay.
So turn signals there. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
We're going.
Wow.
Look at all the Teslas though. Oh, I love this place so much.
Okay, but yeah, first muscle memory trying to do the stocks.
Now turn left onto East Littleton Boulevard.
Okay.
Now turn right onto South Broadway.
Wow. It's very Tesla, you know, like, oh yeah, and the yoke is different, but, whoa, yeah, okay.
Give it a little something.
Okay, well, until we get a light, of course.
So, how do you like it?
It's good. It's gonna, you know, I think it'll take a few minutes or miles to get used to the yoke, but because I just reached for it and I was like, oh, it's not there.
How does it feel to have another Tesla?
It's nice because yeah, I basically haven't had my own Tesla for the last couple of months, so it's nice to have one again. But yeah, this one's like totally quiet. Like I know, like in the S100D, you could hear the front motors and stuff. If you were doing regen, you could hear a little bit of whine. I haven't heard anything in this one yet. Admittedly, we only stopped once, but.
Yeah, what they did in the Plaid and the refresh Model S and X in general is huge compared to the previous models in terms of having a quieter cabin, which we absolutely love that.
Okay, so I can't even do cruise yet. So when you first take delivery, it still has that calibration period for autopilot, but even for the cruise control. So I just tried setting the speed, and it'll take a few minutes. I know that when we've taken delivery in the past from this location, it was about 6 or 7 miles before autopilot was totally calibrated. And if you look up here on the dash, you can see we've only got about 5-10% of the calibration so far.
Yeah, really
but
little.
Once we get on the highway, that should jump up. So I think when we're going to be over on like I will predict right now we'll be at 285 and Lowell.
Okay.
Boulevard is where I'm guessing it will kick in.
I'm guessing it's going to be closer to home.
Closer than that? Oh, I don't know. I know that it's done it that close before, so we'll see.
Oh, we forgot to see how many miles were on it.
Oh, I think it was
11 is now.
So probably about 10 when we picked it up then.
Yeah. Cool. God, this white interior looks so pretty.
It's nice to finally have it because, as many of you know, we ordered this car almost a year ago. I think it was either right at the end of December or right at the beginning of January. I can't remember exactly because we also did an X. I think we ordered the X like a week or so earlier just because we knew we wanted to get the X. And then we decided, let's go ahead and get the S too. And, but it was almost a year.
Is it worth the wait?
Yeah, definitely. Tesla did have a car for us a couple weeks ago, but it was a 2021 VIN, and we figured we've waited almost a year. Why not wait a couple more weeks and get a 2022 VIN? We know the car's virtually identical, probably no changes other than the VIN, but this way, you know, when we ever do go to resell it, it will, you know, have that 2 on there instead of a 1. Oh, you know what's also different? I don't have, you know, they don't have creep anymore.
Yeah.
And so that's something that I had on my S100D. I still had creep enabled, but now it's like total one pedal driving. So it's like I just took my foot off the accelerator and it came to a complete stop. So, you know, I've driven Teslas long enough. I know how to handle that, but that's something that if you're new to a Tesla, it might be a little different just with that regen. And I can remember the very first test drive we did on Model X when I was doing it, had the regen on, and every time I got to a stoplight, I was like, you know, my head was like, man, everybody in the car was like, ugh, because of the regen. But once you get used to how to feather the accelerator, it's pretty easy.
Regen is great for extending your range, though. So
yeah, definitely, because it puts all that energy back into the battery. Oh, look, the autopilot calibration just jumped almost 50%. So yeah, I think that we're getting close to where I predicted it would enable, but we still are oh yeah, we're now at 60%.
Wow, that jumped a ton.
I think once you get up to speed and just start putting some miles on it, it just like, yeah, calibrates quickly. Still about 60.
So what do you think? Are you happy with the purchase?
Yes, but you know, you always wonder, as we've talked about in the past, there's always like the best day to buy a Tesla and the worst day to buy a Tesla, and this is the best day because you're taking delivery of a brand new car. It's cool, it's new, all these new gadgets that we're missing, that, you know, on our S100D, which is only we still have it in the household, and it's a little over 4.5 years old. It's still a great car, but it doesn't have some of the cool things that this vehicle has. But so it's the best day to buy a Tesla, but it's also the worst day because now you know that next week there might be new hardware coming out that I didn't get, but that's just because Tesla doesn't really do the model years. You know, they don't wait for the next model year before releasing new hardware. It's just a constantly evolving manufacturing process. So always something new coming. It comes with basic autopilot, but we eliminated full self-driving. That was a $10,000 charge. We might have been able to lock it in at the $8,000 price since we did order this car before they increased the price, but we decided we're just going to go the subscription route whenever we use full self-driving. And it's about 95%.
Oh, it is calibrated.
There we go. I just pushed one button, tack, the car is maintaining distance. Now if I push it twice.
No, you already had it twice.
Oh, it did?
Yeah,
okay.
it was already in autopilot.
Okay. Oh yeah, I saw that steering. Okay, there we go. Oh, okay. Still getting used to the yoke, I guess. There we go. Wait, what's going on? Why is it turning off?
Press it once.
Oh,
you have a one button press.
I thought we switched that to 2.
No.
That's one thing
right
I saw.
there. Okay, I just did it.
Okay, so now it will.
It was on one button press for full self-driving, basically,
yeah.
or autopilot.
So I was turning it on and off.
So what I did is there's a setting that you can do 2 button presses for autopilot, 1 button press for
full self
navigate on
auto steer.
TAC, auto steer, yeah. Okay, so I guess we're gonna just drive the rest of the way home, and then once we get it in the garage, we will get David's first impression of the yoke and everything else that he's kind of played around with, just in general, of the new 2022 refresh Model S. So we just got home, David's first drive in his brand new Model S.
2022?
2022, mind you. So what do you think about this one? Now, you originally had a 90D. Yeah, and then the 100D.
So when I got the S90D, that was one of the very first cars made with Autopilot 2. And as I had mentioned previously in a video, there was no autopilot functionality. I think they just came out with TAC. So I did have TAC, but they didn't have any auto steer or anything like that. So this was nice that it had it from day one. You know, within 10 miles of driving it, I was able to use autopilot. We did have a little bit of confusion at first because they changed it to use the scroll wheel since there are no stalks. And before we started,
roll back that footage to when you tried putting it in gear with the stalk.
Yeah, do that and to go forward. There we go. Oh wow! And I'm already reaching.
Oh, we got it on camera.
I'm already reaching. But I when we first started, I tried looking at the options. I think to switch it between single click or double click to enable full self-driving, but I think that might have been disabled, or we just forgot to do it, because basically as soon as I tried turning it on, we saw I kept turning it on and off. And so that's one thing, it might not be possible to do that until the car is calibrated. But drive home was fine, had no problems. I think the only thing was when I was trying to adjust the distance on Autopilot, like you can on a Model 3 and a Model Y, they don't have that on the scroll wheel yet. So I was trying to do that. It does not work on this scroll wheel yet. So hopefully that's a feature they'll have sometime in the future. Also, there was a little mistake when I was pushing the scroll wheel. I accidentally touched the microphone button. So nothing major, but those were the only
But no issues with the blinkers.
No issues at all with the blinkers.
And I don't think you've ever used a blinker in a yoke vehicle.
No.
I don't think you ever used it in the Plaid.
No, so it's no problem with that. And we practiced using the wipers, and Eric showed me how you can adjust to turn on auto wipers. So we turned that on. The lights are automatic on auto. So yeah, everything was great. No problem. I mean, no hesitation driving home. I mean, it might take a little bit, doing some turns, or again, making sure I push the right buttons on the yoke. But other than that, the yoke felt very comfortable, and I had no problems driving it home.
There you have it, folks. I think he's sold. I think he wants to keep it. 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. Anyway, that's basically it for this one. Stay tuned though, because we will be doing a full walkthrough of the center screen now that we have this update that will be installing.
Yes.
So we'll go ahead and do that full walkthrough. For any of you owners taking delivery, you can go ahead and kind of get a full walkthrough. But that's basically it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed it. As always, check out our channel sponsor, Abstract Ocean, all linked down below. And using code Tesla Inventory will get you 15% off of your first purchase. Our 2 must-haves are definitely going to be some kind of center console wrap. Really helps protect that underlying material, as well as make your car your own with any cool, fun pattern and colors. As well as a matte screen protector, really helps cut down that glare, as well as fingerprints thanks to its oleophobic surface. But that's basically it for this one. Definitely thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Go and click here to subscribe here for some other ones, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.